Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast. We give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. I'm your host, Chris Border, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. And before I go too far into this, I want to take time to thank you for listening to what I have to say. I think you'll find this topic extremely interesting. But before I get started, let's thank our sponsor, Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus get fit so they can live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things they love to do. Now, some quick housekeeping here. If you'd like to get a timestamp or transcript of today's broadcast, head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Click on the podcast button. It'll give you access to any one of our now 312 episodes. You can also get this broadcast wherever podcasts can be found. Want clear advice on HIIT and HIST? Today, we're diving into two powerhouse workout methods that are making waves in the fitness world. HIIT, high intensity interval training, and HIST, high intensity steady state training. These terms are buzzing around gyms and fitness communities, but what do they mean? And more importantly, which one is right for you? So let's break it down. Now, I know many of you have heard of HIIT or high intensity interval training, so I'm going to start off right at that point. And I think this is what most people think they are doing. But as we get further into this discussion, I think you'll find out that maybe you're not. So high intensity interval training involves alternating between short, intense bursts of activity and periods of rest or low intensity activity. A typical high intensity interval training workout might look like 30 seconds of all-out effort, followed by 40 or 45 seconds of rest, allowing your heart rate to come down. And you would repeat this for anywhere from 15, 20, 25 minutes or sets back and forth, just like that. So some examples of a high intensity interval training workout would be if you were to sprint intervals, again, like you sprint for 30 seconds, rest for 40, 45 seconds, and repeat 10, 15, 20 bouts of that. You'd be pretty tired if you were to do that, if you were to actually sprint as hard as you can. Or maybe a bodyweight circuit could be where you do a minute of jumping jacks and you take a minute of rest, you do a minute of push-ups, you do a minute of rest, and you'd cycle through that, or different exercises, just those two exercises, or whatever it may be. Maybe you're just going to do jumping jacks for a minute on, minute off. What we like to stress here is that research shows that using a heart rate monitor is a game changer for high intensity interval training. It helps you hit those optimal rest periods between work intervals, ensuring you get the maximum results from every workout. It allows you to be specific to your level of fitness. So my intervals will be different than everyone else's intervals. How long it takes for my heart rate to get up and for my heart rate to respond back down. So if we're working a minute on, minute off, that's considered a fixed work and fixed rest, meaning you just a certain amount of time that you're working and a certain amount of time that you're resting. There's also what's called a fixed work and a variable rest or interval for resting, which would mean you'd be wearing a heart rate monitor. I mean, you're going to work for a minute and you're going to rest until it takes for your heart rate to come down. So this up and down effect is what we're looking for. So high intensity interval training is not just about pushing your cardiovascular system, it's about metabolic conditioning. HIIT can significantly improve your body's ability to process and utilize energy efficiently. HIIT emphasizes on rapid, intense movement that helps develop not only muscle power, but also enhances neuromuscular control, how well your brain communicates with your muscles. This can lead to improvements in agility, speed, overall athletic performance, power, which we're always talking about powers, we age, how we lose those power, and improve our cardiovascular system. So here are just a list of some of the benefits. Efficiency. You can get a highly effective workout in a short amount of time, making it great for busy individuals. Hey, do a HIIT interval workout, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Very effective. I wouldn't suggest doing more than 30 minutes because I think it's difficult for you to work as hard as you can after 30 minutes of really intense work. It's going to improve metabolism. So HIIT boosts your metabolic rate, leading to more calories burned during and after workout. So a lot of people look for interval training to help them burn calories. But to get that afterburn effect, burning calories post-workout, you really need to make sure you're getting some rest. And that's where the heart rate monitor comes into such an important tool for you to be able to maximize your workouts. Enhance power and speed. The rapid, intense movements help build explosive power and improve speed. Now, you might say, why do I want speed as I get older? Well, it's that power that's going to allow you to be able to move your foot quickly if you go to fall. Move your upper body quickly to catch yourself if you're going to fall. So speed and power are both super important as we age. And then we come to the functional movement. HIIT can mimic real-life high-intensity situation, training your body to respond quickly and effectively, like I just spoke about. So here are a couple of drawbacks of HIIT training. It's a high stress on the body. The intense nature of HIIT can put a lot of stress on the body, leading to a higher risk of injury if not done correctly. But when you're just starting out, HIIT can certainly just be walking and taking a hill, increasing your intensity by going up a hill or walking faster or breaking into a jog. It doesn't necessarily have to be super hard on the body, but you just need to make sure you're doing it correctly. Fatigue and recovery due to its intensity. High intensity interval training requires more recovery time, and doing it too frequently can lead to overtraining and fatigue. Talk about fatigue all the time. We talk about recovery all the time. Areas that you need to think about when in your training program. It's not for everybody. Those new to exercise or with certain health conditions may find HIIT too challenging or risky. That's when you really should be working with your healthcare professional and your coach, your trainer. They can map out a program that works best for you to get the results you're looking for. But now let's move on to HIST, which I think many people do, thinking that they're doing interval training. It's high intensity, steady state training. I think people often mistake HIIT and high intensity interval training. Unlike HIIT, HIIT, where you're alternating between high and low intensity, HIST is about maintaining consistent high intensity effort throughout the entire workout. So here are some examples of HIST. If you're running, you're maintaining a fast, steady pace on a treadmill or outdoors for 20 or 30 minutes. Sprint intervals. So you sprint for 20 seconds and you maybe just rest for, you sprint for 30 seconds and maybe you only rest for 20 seconds. Or maybe you rest for 30 seconds. Maybe you work for 30, rest for 30. In that 20 or 30 seconds, your heart rate is not coming down to a rest level. You might repeat that 10 to 15 times. You're going to be exhausted when we do that in our interval classes, or our Get Lean classes, when we work for 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Sometimes we work for 45 seconds, 30 seconds off. Or we might even work a minute on, 30 seconds off. That's not enough time. That workout is not really a high intensity interval training. It's high intensity steady state training because your heart rate does not come down. You might be rowing. So you're going to row at a high intensity for a set period, like 20 minutes without varying your pace, never allowing your heart rate to recover. Those are examples of high intensity steady state training. Now, while high intensity interval training, HIIT focuses on bursts of intensity, high intensity steady state training is about sustainability. High intensity steady state training can be highly effective for improving cardiovascular endurance and metabolic health, particularly because it trains the body to operate efficiently at high level of output for an extended period. The steady state effort of high intensity steady state training can help build the resilience of tissue, such as tendons and ligaments, which are critical for overall movement health. This makes high intensity steady state training a valuable component of a well rounded fitness regimen, especially for those aiming to build endurance and long term cardiovascular benefits. So, the benefits of high intensity steady state training: you're going to get some cardiovascular endurance, builds your heart's ability to pump blood efficiently over long periods of time. It's a great thing. Metabolic health helps improve the body's ability to utilize fat as a fuel source, enhancing metabolic health. Lower injury risk. The steady state pace reduces the risk of sudden injury compared to the rapid shifts of intensity found in high intensity interval training. And consistency. It helps develop mental and physical resilience by training your body to handle sustained effort. So all great things that you'd want from your cardiovascular program. But we've got some drawbacks. Time consuming, HIST sessions typically last longer, which can be a drawback for those with limited time. Less caloric burn post-workout. So yeah, it's great to burn a lot of calories during your workout, but for fat loss and trying to change your body composition, you would like to steer towards high interval training because the amount of calories you burn after you work out. So unlike HIIT, HIST doesn't have a significant afterburn effect, meaning fewer calories burned after the workout. So yeah, you might burn a few more calories during the workout, but you might be looking for a caloric expenditure post-workout. That's where you'd want to go to HIIT, and specifically using a heart rate monitor. Potential boredom. The steady state repetitive nature of HIST might lead to boredom, making it harder to stick with over time. Who should use HIIT versus HIST? So what should you use? Okay. It depends on your individual goals, fitness level, and lifestyle. HIIT or HIIT is perfect for individuals looking to improve their fitness levels quickly, burn fat, specifically post-workout, and build functional strength. It's great for people who are short on time and enjoy high-intensity workouts. Athletes who require quick bursts of speed and power, like sprinters and basketball players, can benefit significantly from HIIT. However, beginners need to start slowly and ensure proper form to avoid injuries. Now, on the other hand, HIST is ideal for those training for endurance sports, or those who need to develop the ability to maintain a high level of effort over time. Think long distance runners, cyclists, and swimmers. It's also a good option for those who may not be able to handle the high intensity of an HIIT workout, but still want to challenge themselves and build cardiovascular strength. Beginners find HIST more manageable and less intimidating at a starting point. You might want to think about including both of these workouts, these style workouts, into your program. I do. Although I'm training specifically for sprinting at the senior games, I like to incorporate some HIST or high intensity steady state training just to do my overall cardiovascular benefits from that, my overall health, improve my VO2 max. So there's typically my workout schedule is I do cycling. Let's say on Monday for some HIST. Tuesday, I'll do some HIIT, some interval training, not specifically a fat loss, but more specifically for sprint training. So my intervals, my rest periods are long. They're 3 to 5 minutes. If I was to be trying to burn fat, I would utilize a heart rate monitor. And my third day, I would lift weights. I might recover a complete day by cycling my bike, doing some steady state work. I might throw in after that a day of fat loss or HIIT training, utilizing my heart rate monitor for interval effect, for that post-workout effect, post-workout EPOC, excess post-conscious excess post-oxygen consumption. And then I'm back to a speed workout, and then I'm back to strength training. So I like to incorporate everything into my training so I get a well-rounded program. So to sum this whole thing up, both HIIT and HIST have unique benefits, and understanding their differences can help you choose the best training methods for your goals. Incorporating both into your routine can provide a balanced approach to fitness, helping you build power, endurance, and metabolic health. Both HIIT and HIST have their unique advantages and can be valuable depending on your goals, fitness level, and personal preferences. Both methods offer different but complementary benefits. HIIT is for explosive power and efficiency, and high intensity steady state training is for endurance and steady state progress. Integrating both into your regimen can provide a well-rounded approach to fitness, helping you become not just fit, but more functionally strong and resilient. So I hope this, helps you understand when you're doing a workout that it's geared towards what you're trying to accomplish. So if you're doing an interval training workout and you're working for 30 seconds or resting for 30 seconds, and that heart rate doesn't ever really get down, you don't have that true interval effect, understand exactly what's happening in your body. You're not burning the calories that you think you're burning for fat loss, but you are improving metabolic health and your endurance and things like that. So I hope this helps you understand why it's important to use a heart rate monitor. Also, what the difference is in high intensity interval training, where you really need some rest before you do that interval at your highest abilities, and why you might want to just work real hard for a long period of time. Remember, fitness is not one size fits all. So it's about finding what works best for you and your lifestyle and what your goals are. If you need help figuring it out, the best approach, we're always here to help you at Y.E.S Fitness. We tailor our programs to meet your individual needs, ensuring you get the most out of your workouts. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe and share with your friends. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or topics you would like to cover. We love to hear from you. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay active, stay strong, stay healthy. And until next time, when I'll give you more information on how to get fit, feel younger, live better, this is Chris Borda signing off.